How you going? Andrew here. Welcome to another devotional. Want to just do a real quick one today. 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8. Paul says to Timothy, "If anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for members of his house, for his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever." It's like, wow, that's pretty heavy language. But the point of what he's getting at here is that what a lot of people can sometimes overlook is just how much looking after your own family is an incredible act of worship and a testimony to your faith. That to prioritize your marriage if you're married, to prioritize your children if you've got children, to prioritize maybe some aging parents that you need to look after. These things are so dear to the heart of God that they shouldn't be neglected, they shouldn't be overlooked. And if someone claims to have a relationship with Jesus, but they're not providing for their own family, and not just financially, this is not just talking about putting food on the table, because physical needs are, often quite secondary to emotional needs, relational needs, giving time to children, giving time to your spouse, investing in the things that they care about, taking care of the soul of the people that you're responsible for and connected to. Particularly, again, if you've got aging parents, not just sending them away, but actually being invested in taking care of these people. These types of activities, these types of commitments are incredibly important to God, so much so that he says if you neglect those things, you're effectively neglecting your faith. You're worse than someone that doesn't even have faith, because what he means is that if you've got faith, your relationship with God should fuel and inspire and encourage you to sow generously into these most intimate relationships. That the intimacy that we have with God should actually cause an outflowing and an outworking into those most sacred relationships of husbands, wives, children, parenting, aging parents, brothers, sisters, whatever it is. These relationships should flourish and should be blessed as a result of our intimacy with Christ. If those relationships aren't improving, aren't being blessed, aren't being provided for because of our faith, then it's worse than not having any faith at all, right? This is like the worst kind of hypocrisy to God. There's not many places where we're told that a certain behavior makes you worse than an unbeliever. But neglecting your family is one of them. And so I really want to encourage you to feel released, to feel the pleasure of God upon you as you sow into your family. Go on a date night. God loves that. Spend some time with your kids. Go and watch them playing sport or wrestle with them on the rug or do something fun as a family. Take time out to go and visit your parents or do something that is necessary. And don't put family on the altar thinking that you've got to go and do ministry. If your family and your primary relationships aren't being looked after, then your ministry is not valuable at all anyway. God loves your family. God loves your marriage. Your marriage is an image of Christ and the church. He wants that to be beautiful. He wants that to thrive. He wants the people around you to see that your relationships are blessed because they're the outwork and the outflow of the intimacy that you have with God. So encourage you today, prioritize your family, prioritize your marriage. Don't think that you can sacrifice your marriage or your family in order to serve God. You can't. Just bring God into the mix. Bring him into the middle of everything that you do and love your family as well. Provide for them, work hard, do what you got to do, but feel the pleasure of God. I want to release people to feel the pleasure of God on your decisions to actually prioritize your marriages, your children, your family, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, and then allow that same thing to flow on to the greater family, which is the family of God, your local church, and be blessed. Have a great day. And so I'd love to hear your comments in the bottom, and if you think this is the kind of content that you'd love to get more of, make sure you hit the subscribe button and that like button, and I'll get regular content out to you.